What was once considered Disney's absolute worst theme park has gotten a lot better and a lot more popular over the years, but it also means it's gotten a lot more expensive and a lot more confusing.
Don't worry though, because we're gonna show you how to have the best day here, riding the most popular rides, meeting the characters, seeing World of Color, and doing a whole lot more.
Come with us to find the secret to the best day ever at Disney California Adventure.
Spider-Man hands.
I love that. That was really good.
Good stuff. All right, Emma. All right, so we are here. It's about 7:53, and you can see that we're in an empty Avengers campus. We are hotel guests today. I'll be doing a Disneyland hotel tour that you can look for on the channel. Hotel guests here in Disneyland do get early entry into the parks. You can enter, go ride the rides, get situated and in line before everybody else 30 minutes prior to the park opening. It's a major boon here in Disneyland because there are only 3 hotels. So there's just not a lot of people, and they're split between the 2 parks who can get into early entry in the first place. So we're here for early entry. We're headed to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. Our hope here is that we can ride this 2, maybe 3 times today, since we are going to be using Genie Plus. Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout is a Guardians of the Galaxy themed ride, as you probably guessed. It's actually an overlay of Tower of Terror, which was massively controversial, as I'm sure you can imagine, but this ride is incredibly popular, and most people that I talk to say, I was so mad when they said they were retheming Tower of Terror, and I like this better. So I think, in my opinion, I'm glad they have this and Tower of Terror in the United States. Like, it means that there's more Disney rides to ride in the world. But I'm absolutely thrilled about this. In the story, you are going to the Collector from Guardians of the Galaxy. You gotta help Rocket Raccoon break out. There's different songs. There are 6 different storylines. And just like Tower of Terror, it's a free fall elevator attraction where you're actually falling faster than a free fall. It pulls you down. So it's a very thrilling attraction. And I can't wait. If you want to see some strategy without early entry, you can check out our complete tour Disneyland video, where you'll see us having a regular rope drop. Rope drop is not nearly intense here as it is in Florida. In general, a lot of stuff isn't nearly as intense or competitive as is in Florida.
If you raise your hands, I get the clearance and the chaos begins. It's a foolproof plan. I'm gonna take this. Now move it!
We'll have to get into it, but I loved it, and I did not think I would like it.
As you can see, the line now wraps all the way out here around this queue area, all through the outdoor queue area, through that fence, whereas it didn't when we got in line a second ago. I went ahead and booked our next lightning lane, but let's talk about Guardians.
I loved it. I'm actually very surprised. I love Towers theming in Hollywood Studios, Tower of Terrors, but the ride itself really scares me because I don't like heights. This one, you go up, you watch the scene for a while, they drop you. You go up, you watch the scene for a while, they drop you. It's not as drastic, I think.
Yeah.
And it feels not as quick, so the adrenaline is lower.
Yeah.
And so I loved it.
I got motion sick on this, which I really wasn't expecting. I don't ever hear people talk about that. Yeah. But I got motion sick on this because despite the fact that it's the same system as Tower, there are times that you're looking at screens and you're kind of like bouncing, and it made me motion sick this early in the morning. I honestly I liked it. I did like it. I thought it was fun. I liked the music. I love seeing the Guardians, and Rocket's little tiny raccoon hand is like all that matters to me. All right, so now that the park is officially open to all guests, we are in rope drop time. So rope drop is considered the first hour or so the park is open. To effectively rope drop, you do need to get to the park before it opens, because you actually can get in and get situated, and then when the park opens, you can walk straight to attractions and get on them with little to no line, or shorter lines that they will see all day. And for about an hour, you're gonna see shorter lines as the crowds start to pick up in the park. So we're in that time. There's not a ton of rides in California Adventure, and we do have Genie Plus today, which means we get to take it easy, which I'm really excited about, because it's really go, go, go anytime you're in Disney World, and this is just nice for us to be able to kind of relax, but there's a lot of really cool stuff we're gonna see today.
That's Captain Marvel.
You just met Captain Marvel.
It's just amazing. Like, it feels like they really just live here. And
I don't want to alarm you, but Doctor Strange is over there. Wow, maybe Rope Drop's a great time to come see the characters. I mean, they roam all day, but Avengers Campus is much emptier. Hi.
What's your name? Emma? A fan of Spider-Man?
A little bit, yeah.
He is walking around right now, if you want to look for him. He's usually down by the engineering building.
We are wearing our Avengers outfits today. I got Iron Man going, Emma's got Spider-Man. Just, if you're gonna have the perfect day in a Disney park, you should dress the part.
it makes it more fun and special.
Yeah, it really does. And the pictures we've taken on this trip have been so much nicer because we're in cute themed outfits. Go ahead and check out AllEars.net/outfit or at AllEarsStyle on Instagram. So see more park outfits. So we've got lots of cute ones on there for you.
And they're comfy, cozy, and we actually wear them. They don't just look good in pictures.
Yeah, we try these out physically on our bodies before recommending them. We are headed to actually our first lightning lane of the day at Web Slingers. Now, Disney Genie is a service that is included with the Disneyland app. There are a couple of different levels to it, though. There's Free Genie, which has tip board and customizable interests. Genie Plus is basically a paid version of FastPass that lets you skip the line at select attractions. Very few attractions here in Disneyland compared to Disney World. It's $25 per person per day starting, but prices and availability do vary by date. There are individual lightning lanes as the third tier, which are attractions that are not included with Genie Plus, but you can pay to skip the line for a separate date-based fee. The only individual lightning lane in this park is Radiator Springs Racers. Here in Disneyland, you can book Genie Plus as a part of your ticket package, or you can book it day of, and regardless, you get to start booking your lightning lanes once you get into the park, one at a time, and booking a new one either after a 2-hour cooldown or you've used your first one. Web Slingers is a new ride. It is one of the newest rides in Disneyland overall. It is a shooter attraction where you sling webs just like Spider-Man, but instead of having like a gun or a web slinger, you just use your hands. Emma loves the shooter attraction and Spider-Man, so she's been very, very excited for this one. But you got to help defeat the spider bots, which they're kind of cute. Do we have to defeat them?
We'll see how it goes.
Okay, fair enough.
So that they can create tech that will empower everyday people like you. Tech like me, for example. I'm Sharon, the artificial intelligence that keeps this place organized and running smoothly.
I hear you have a bug problem. I'm here to help.
You made it. Great. Red level is at exponential danger. You might need some help. Perhaps I'll call the Avengers?
Don't worry, everyone. I got this.
One thing I will say about Magic Band Plus here in Disneyland is I have noticed, at least in my experience, it's a lot more active here. There are a lot more sensors, so they go off a lot. And now it's even in the queues for Spider-Man. I'm a changed woman.
A changed woman.
I cannot lie to you. This is my new favorite ride as of right now.
Like anywhere?
I don't know about anywhere, but at least right now.
I saw passion in your eyes.
I don't know. I mean, I knew what the ride was. Obviously, we've read about this stuff. We've been preparing to come here. But this is my first time in Avengers Campus. This trip is. I was floored. It was amazing. It was so much fun. My
It was
arms were on
fun.
Fire.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do it again.
All right, Web Slinger's done. We're gonna go check out the really cool Avengers store, but first I'm hungry, and I was standing next to Shawarma Palace. This is really cool because you might recognize Shawarma Palace as the shawarma restaurant they go to at the end of Avengers 1, the very first one, that they all sit around the table. They have a breakfast shawarma, the breakfast shawarma, and it's plant-based, and I want it, and we're gonna get it.
This is why we salute. Wakanda forever! Louder.
Wakanda forever!
in battle. It takes strength and courage to face our enemies.
All right, we were gonna eat, and then the Dora Milaje came out and did a training, and we both cried. And Emma did the training with the shawarma instead of a vibranium spear.
But it's still intact.
But it did survive that.
This is gonna be a mess. Okay, so first bite, the shawarma, bread it reminds me a lot of like pita bread that you could get anywhere at home. It's light and fluffy. The eggs and cheese are good. It's just normal cheddar and egg. The Impossible meat I'm actually really surprised by. It has a nice flavor and a nice texture. I personally would not notice that it's Impossible meat when it's encased with all the other things. I've not had it on its own.
I can't believe that it's plant-based egg, sausage, and cheese.
Yeah.
Like, I if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know.
No, I would have no idea. The flavors are really there. They're really good. The spiced maple dipping sauce is really good, but it's a lot more spiced than I thought it would be. In a positive way, it's not too hot, but if you have a real aversion to spice, I don't think you would enjoy this, and maybe you could enjoy the breakfast sandwich just without the spiced dipping sauce.
We finished our shawarma, and now we're catching The Amazing Spider-Man, which is a very unique show.
This is truly my best day.
We still haven't left Avengers Camp. There's just so much to do here. It's
fun.
small, but there's just a lot to like see and do.
Okay, it's time for some field testing.
We just saw The Amazing Spider-Man, which is a very brief show where Spider-Man comes out to test his suit out a little bit, including by swinging and doing a flip in the air. What's so cool about that show, and the reason that I freaked out about it, is that it is as an animatronic that flies through the air. It's a robot. It's called a Stuntronic, and it was designed to be able to like replicate a human's movements as they fly through the air, replicate Spider-Man's movements. It looks like a person. It moves so fluidly, and it flies through the air exactly how they want. It was wild. I totally nerded out about that. I read all the patents for it when it was coming out. I watched every like weird research video Imagineering posted. All right, so I think we're about to head out of Avengers Campus for a little bit. Every time we've tried to thus far, we've been torn back in, so we'll see how long it lasts.
I mean, we can always try.
We don't need to try the Terran treats right now. We're passing the Black Panther Memorial, which is, of course, the memorial to T'Challa, Black Panther from Black Panther 1.
So we did come into the Avengers Campus Superstore. I know her. So she can look at some of the Marvel merchandise here. I might pick up a few things myself. If you're looking to kind of grab something for Avengers Campus, this isn't your only place that you can shop, but it's definitely one that you should consider since most of it is here.
Okay, I got a magnet for my car.
She did. She's very excited. It's WandaVision themed.
Yes, I'm very excited. When you see this, drive around Orlando,
It's Quincy.
maybe. There could be other people.
Don't flag down the cars.
Don't follow me. Much like Epcot, Disney California Adventure is often home to festivals. So, Emma and I needed coffee. We have a lightning lane soon. We thought we would stop by Festival of Holidays, which is still coming on here in Disney California Adventure. There are two festivals over the course of the year. There is one Festival of Holidays, that's where we're at right now, and then there is one for food and wine. Both very similar to Epcot with food booths, just a lot smaller. But the food is always very good, and we do review them on AllEars.net every year. So if you're headed here during the time of one of those festivals, make sure to check out AllEars.net. We went ahead and grabbed one of the specialty coffees from the festival just to experience it a little for ourselves, because you have to if you're here for a festival and you're having the best day ever. So we got the Churro Toffee Coffee. We got the churro. This is hard to say. We got the Churro Toffee Coffee Latte, I think. Cold brew latte. It's based on churro toffee, which is a famous Disneyland treat. Oh, wow. All right. This is good. It's super cinnamony. It has a little bit of like a cookie butter kind of like cookie sweetness to it. It's super, super sweet. It tastes more like a dessert than like a wake me up coffee, but I don't mind. I'm on vacation, kind of. I'm on vacation with you guys. And I really love the churro crumbles they have on top. It adds a lot of like flavor and a little bit of texture. And it's like mixed well together. Like usually when you get a coffee, you have to mix it. Emma's gonna love this. All right, update. the Incredicoaster was down during our Lightning Lane window for it, which is actually, you're gonna be like, oh man, that sucks, but it's actually a good thing. It's a good thing. But listen, level up your mindset.
Yeah, let us open your minds here.
Because what happens when that happens is that you are automatically given experience redemption in your Disneyland app. It works the same in Disney World. When this happens, you do not count as having used a Lightning Lane for Incredicoaster. So I just rebooked Incredicoaster for us for like an hour, a little more than an hour from now. So we still get our Lightning Lane on Incredicoaster. Now we have this experience redemption, which we can use on most attractions in Disney World and Disneyland. So we can pick what we would want to ride twice. So Emma really wanted to ride Web Slingers again. There's some rides that it doesn't apply for, like Radiator Springs Racers, Rise of the Resistance, Haunted Mansion Holidays, some things like that, and it's all listed in the app so you can take a look at it. Okay, we checked out the list for what you can use the experience redemption on. Web Slingers is not on it, but wildly, some attractions that do not have Lightning Lane are on it, including Pixar Pal Around the Ferris Wheel, which can get a little long of a wait because it is low capacity and it's very iconic, slow moving. So we might use it on that. We might use it on something that doesn't have Lightning Lane. Point is, we've now got a tool to make our day better. And Incredicoaster's backed up, but we get to ride it anyway. All right, we are headed now to do the first of our mini lunches at Carthay Circle Lounge. This is a lounge. There's also a full restaurant here at Carthay Circle. It's in a building based on the original Carthay Circle Theater that was built in 1926. It was one of the great movie theaters of Hollywood's golden age, and Disney fans will recognize its significance as it did premiere the first feature-length film that Disney ever did, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It also had Fantasound installed for Fantasmic, which is a fun little tidbit for Disney nerds. We are headed to the lounge side, which is alfresco dining out on the terrace. It's lighter bites, but there's also a full restaurant that's a little nicer. This was probably we wanted to try until I talked to our friend RJ, who told us you absolutely have to go try Carthay Circle Lounge. So we checked in using mobile check-in. We were able to find a reservation day of just by looking and refreshing a little, and now we get to go have a bite to eat. Disney California Adventure has a lot of lounges. Disneyland is a dry park. Disney California Adventure is not. So there's a bit of a more like drinking culture here. We're gonna hit a few of them today because there are just so many, and so many are iconic and part of a perfect day. And if you only have one day in Disney California Adventure, you might want to hit a couple of them too. So we're gonna do a little lounge shopping. There's also a couple of wine terraces that are very, very popular here as well. But Carthay Circle is certainly sort of the schmanciest one. It's right in the park entrance. It's on Buena Vista Street. It's a fancy one. All right, so Carthay Circle Lounge is considered really good from a mixology point of view. A lot of people say that the drinks are very well crafted, very strong, well worth the money, well worth the visit. Look, there's Sphere Ice. I went for the Carthay Martini, which is a classically prepared martini with Hendrick's Gin or Double Cross vodka. I went with vodka, Lillet Blanc dry vermouth, and gourmet blue cheese truffle olives served with an ice sphere made from locally sourced purified water. That one goes for $19.50 at the time of filming.
I got the double pear martini. It's double cross and absolute pure vodka with pear nectar and fresh lime juice. It's complemented with a baby pear. This one also goes for $19.50 while we're filming.
Cheers. Cheers to you at home.
Enjoy. I love mine.
I also love mine.
Mine it's very heavy on the pear. This is one that our friend RJ recommended to me. It is subtly sweet. It's very nice, and it's not so strong that, if you don't drink a lot, you won't enjoy it, but it's not so sweet that if you do drink pretty often, it will be too much. It's just light and refreshing and heavy on the pear flavor, which I really enjoy.
This one is an incredibly crafted martini. I'm tasting the vermouth a lot. I got mine ever so slightly dirty, which is how I like it. I like mine extra dirty, but I wanted to taste this kind of as more people would order it. It's it's in my nose a lot. It's very aromatic when you drink it. I'm really tasting the vermouth, which I don't usually like, but I think because of the balance of flavors here, the quality of the ingredients, I'm really enjoying it. It is Lillet vermouth, which I've never had and is very delicious. I love that there's a spherical ice cube in this because it's definitely keeping the martini chilled, like very delightfully. I can't wait to eat these blue cheese olives. I think that it's true that they do a really good job with crafting the cocktails here.
This feels like a real... Sometimes you can get alcoholic drinks in Disney World that just it's a good drink, and there's
Yeah.
alcohol in it. This is a true cocktail.
This is a true cocktail.
It's very nice.
Yeah. This is Vietnamese twice cooked beef lettuce wraps with a pineapple mint salsa. As you can see, you got that beautiful beef. It looks amazing. It's all sauced and has the salsa on top. There's more sauce here, and then it goes in this bib lettuce. It's so colorful. It definitely gives me like California cuisine vibe, so I'm hungry. Lettuce wrap, cheers. Oh.
The first thing I noticed when I'm eating this is the slight kick on the beef with the chilies, but then the pineapple cutting right through
Yes.
it, and it's so
Tangy,
sweet.
fruity, and it just like
And
it's like
wrapped in a light, piece of lettuce makes it feel just fresh.
yeah, and the flavors like honestly exploded in my mouth and kept exploding.
Yeah.
And it's got some heat to it, especially with this sauce that I added to it. A lot of times we say in Disney World that there's like Disney hot, which isn't very hot. This is, I would call it hot. If you don't like spicy, I would skip this. Another thing is that I got a lot of cilantro in my bite, so if you're cilantro averse, I tasted a lot of cilantro, but you could ask for this without it. It's just on top. I love twice cooked beef because it makes the texture of the beef like sticky and delightfully chewy, and then with the pineapple salsa to add like sort of like a different textural element, a different taste element, and then the beautiful green lettuce.
It's delicious. I wish there was a little bit more pineapple salsa, just because we used a majority of it for our first two.
Totally
But I really love it.
I'd get this thing in a heartbeat.
Oh,
I really like
absolutely.
it.
I'll crave this.
I want to make it. All right, how was Carthay Circle?
Delicious.
I loved it.
It was wonderful. It was.
Yeah.
It felt really nice. We talked a lot about how it almost felt like the Brown Derby. in
Yeah.
Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, but with a little bit better vibe.
Yeah.
Because I think that this street is more relaxing than Hollywood Boulevard is. And there was live jazz music at one point, which Hollywood Boulevard does not have live music typically. So, yeah.
It was nice.
I really enjoyed it. I would certainly go back. We are now headed for our lightning lane, not our experience redemption, at Incredicoaster in Pixar Pier.
Here we go.
So, and we might have a special surprise coming soon too, but don't worry about that right now. Don't worry about that right now. All right, we're making our way into Pixar Pier. I absolutely love this land. Emma, you haven't been back here yet this trip, have you?
I haven't been back here for this trip, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like the Pixar characters being out and around, everything being Pixar themed. We don't have anything that's Pixar centric in Disney World except maybe Toy Story Land. But Toy Story Land is like
Its own thing.
it's just Toy Story. And here it feels like getting immersed in the world of Pixar, which I'm an absolute Pixar stan. I love Pixar. And so it's just, I don't know, I really like Pixar Pier. I'm so freaking excited for Incredicoaster.
I'm very excited. I'm also actually really excited for adorable snowman frosted treats. Just to see
Me
what they
too.
have right now.
No. I was telling RJ during my complete tour that when I used to write about Disneyland a lot, the yellow
This is what you
snow,
wanted.
it was like, I want that so badly. Here we are at Incredicoaster. So this coaster is of course Incredibles themed. It is a steel coaster. It's very, very, very long. It has a lot of theming elements featuring the Incredibles family as you race to help them control Jack's powers. You might smell some chocolate chip cookies on here. You'll go through the Incredibles house. It's an extremely popular attraction and definitely one to prioritize if you have Genie Plus. But similar to Disneyland, Genie Plus lanes don't book up like they do in Disney World quite as easily, so you don't have to be as aggressive about things. It's just that this one is one to prioritize.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Sorry that got a little crazy. Babies can be unpredictable.
That was so fun. All right, we had an absolute blast on Incredicoaster. I think that one is great. It's like a great mid-tier coaster. It's not overly thrilling. I don't like really intense roller coasters that much. and that one is like perfectly reasonable. It also has a really nice story, but it's still kind of just a classic roller coaster. We both loved it. It's also super long. It feels really worth it. I could imagine waiting 50 minutes for that and feeling satisfied because it's so long.
It's a significantly longer coaster than something like Rock and Roller Coaster or Seven Dwarfs, especially in my opinion. And it's faster, it's smoother. Overall, I loved it. I'm waiting
and
for
there's
it.
not anything in Disney World like that. So we definitely want to try to ride that one again today, and hopefully we can because it is the best day ever. But of course, if we can't get to that because we have something else prioritized, that doesn't change the fact that it's the best day ever. It's very important when you're in a Disney park to have a priority list. Make sure everybody in the fam has shared what the best thing they want to do is, and make sure you get to all of those things, and then see what else other people want to do. But that way, everybody's happy, everybody feels satisfied with the trip. It's obviously a big spend, so that's very important to do. We've digested a touch from the last time we ate, so time to eat again.
Listen, this is our only day in DCA. We're gonna eat as much as possible, so we're gonna split everything so we don't feel as
Yeah, exactly. So here we are at Clarabelle's Hand Scooped Ice Cream. This is a great spot to grab just like ice cream, regular ice cream cones and ice cream cups. But then also they have some specialty stuff including sundaes and hand-dipped ice cream bars where you choose your bar, choose your chocolate, and choose your topping. All right, we've got our ice cream bars. Maybe I dropped mine, but it didn't hit the ground. The ice cream itself didn't hit the ground, but it did shatter.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's already falling. Okay. All right, I'm putting mine in the boat, and I'm gonna eat it like an animal.
That's exactly what's about to happen with mine. So I got the whole herd. They only have vanilla ice cream right now, so it's milk chocolate and then all of the toppings.
And then I got the vanilla, but I got the dark chocolate and then the blue raspberry burst, which are Pop Rocks, and I'm so excited. Mine is falling apart.
I can't even pick mine up.
Go ahead.
Okay. Biting into ice cream is horrible.
Napkins.
It's a horrible idea.
We didn't get any napkins, and now we're out here in the streets. Oh, that looks delicious. All right, and Pop Rock what?
Oh, good Lord.
We don't have any napkins?
No, we didn't really.
Hey, Quincy and Emma, you guys got to use napkins.
Thank goodness RJ's here.
Thank goodness.
RJ's here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Woo! Listen, you guys came to my city.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to have y'all here.
Listen,
Show us the ropes.
I know. It's not a best day ever in Disney California Adventure if you don't invite RJ. So invite RJ to your best days in DCA.
What's good? Let's go.
How's your ice cream bar?
Amazing and difficult to eat.
Agreed. I should have gotten like a spoon.
I made poor choices, but it's really tasty.
Yeah, they're really, really good.
I probably should have told you guys that. Typically, we
Yeah.
eat those with spoons.
Okay, well that's interesting. That's good to know. But these are awesome. Like this is so fun. It's like a plus up on a Mickey bar. It's customizable. It feels. I think kids would freak out about this, like getting to pick their own candy bar. So I don't know. This is definitely a great addition to the best day.
Great addition, and also I got to try her Pop Rocks. And in my opinion, that's so unique.
I would get the Pop Rock one.
Yeah,
it's
just
good.
different.
It was an RJ recommendation.
That's my fave.
All right, we've pulled over in a quiet spot because RJ says he has a surprise for us.
Listen, you can't come to my city, to my part of Disney, and not leave with something.
Oh my gosh, a surprise. Also, this bag, I'm losing my mind. Pinocchio scares me and that bag's still amazing.
Yeah, it's so cute. Look at the sides.
It's so cute.
Bag check.
Bag check.
Listen, I'm trying to get on AllEars style. Make sure you follow. This is for you. Because we
Oh
have
boy.
a conversation.
What is it?
It's a little stuff on it. Sorry
It's
about
literally, no, I love him. I was just telling RJ during my complete tour that this guy is like my favorite from Monsters Inc. And I love him.
the same story about.
I literally, like 10 minutes ago, told her that. Like,
And a princess for the princess. I heard a little birdie told me that you like this princess, so. Here you go. I'm sorry, got a little cracked in the trans there. It's so light.
yay, thank you, RJ. An angel.
To California, and I'm glad I got a chance to spend time with you.
Us too.
We got to hang out, so.
Aww. Emma's decided to ditch me.
Okay, everyone's best day should be tailored to them.
You're not wrong.
And I think you're gonna do what you want to do. And for just a minute, I'm gonna do something I didn't get to do on our Disneyland best day.
Yeah, so we have agreed that I'm gonna go ride the carnival rides here that Emma doesn't really care too much about.
In my soul, I have to have a churro in front of the castle.
Fair enough.
And we didn't do it, so I have to go back.
Fair enough.
I'll see you when I see you.
See you when I see
Hopefully
you.
not too long.
Good news is I still have RJ. Now we're hanging out. Ha!
Now I'm okay. Whatever.
We miss you, Emma.
We already miss you. All right, we're here in Paradise Gardens Park. This is one of the less redone parts of Disney California Adventure. It's closer to the original than much of the rest of the park. It used to be a part of Paradise Pier, but when most of Paradise Pier was rethemed to Pixar's Pier, they changed this area to Paradise Gardens Park. This is Golden Zephyr, which I'm excited about. It's a pretty basic carnival style ride, but you fly in a retro spaceship that looks like a tin can, and I want to do that. And RJ's gonna watch me.
I'm gonna film you.
Yeah, you're gonna film me.
Yeah, you're gonna wave hi to me.
It's gonna be I'll wave. All right, I'm excited. All right, I've boarded Golden Zephyr. RJ's down there.
You guys, Quincy is flying. Can you see her? She is the pilot of the Golden Zephyr.
And I can tell you right now, Emma would hate this, so I'm glad that she's not here, honestly. I like for her to try stuff, but I don't know that this one is worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so peaceful. Wow.
Listen, this thing really spreads out, y'all. I gotta walk back.
Emma would have hated that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hated it. I loved it.
Oh yeah?
That was peaceful.
So one of my favorite things that I have discovered here at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure is I love how close they are together. I know a lot of people complain about Disneyland being significantly smaller than Disney World, but this is one of those perks of you can just walk across the street, pop in, get what you want, and then head back out. Okay, I got it. I'm at the back of the castle because the Disneyland band was playing out front. And although it was beautiful, I didn't think you could hear me, so here it is. I personally think this is a Disneyland must-do. Their churros are just churros, but it's kind of iconic, so. Sugary, sweet, and crunchy. Delicious. And magical.
I'm bidding RJ adieu again as I go on Silly Symphony Swings, which is a carnival swing style ride based on the band concert, the Mickey Short. Should be pretty fun, and Emma would hate it probably. Kind of scary, but fun. Found Emma. She's back.
Just in time for Carl.
Yeah. Thank you, Carl. Safe travels to Paradise Falls.
Hey, we love you so much. Thank you, Carl. Oh, so sweet.
Bye, Carl. Happy adventuring. Carl is here for the holidays. He's got to head off to Paradise Falls, but you just never know what characters you might come across during your vacation. Keep an eye out. Hop in line if you see someone you want to meet. Even if you're not somebody who's versed in talking to characters, I used to feel really uncomfortable with it. My tip is, if you're in line for characters, think of a couple of things you can ask them about, like things from their movies. So ask Carl if he's been on any adventures lately, and he said this was an adventure, and that he's saving for Paradise Fall. You can ask about Kevin, or say I'll say hi to Russell when I get back to Disney World. Think of stuff like that, and it makes it a lot easier. Also, a lot of times the other cast members will help you with talking to him, so it's not something to be scared of. If you want to meet characters, I think that you can do it. Be brave. I used to be scared of it too. Now I like it. So our goal today is to head to Lamplight Lounge, which is the Pixar-themed lounge here in Disney California Adventure. I really want to do it because they have chairs with Miguel on them from Coco, and for other reasons, but that's the main one. But right now the walk-up wait list is full, and we don't have reservations for that. So we're gonna head for a different snack type, and I think head back to Avengers Campus to try out some of the options at PIM. How do you guys like that idea?
Sounds good to me.
I already have my list.
Oh no. We're here at PIM's Test Kitchen, which is inspired by Ant-Man and the Wasp. They use PIM particles here to grow and shrink food, just like they grow and shrink Ant-Man. As you can see, regular sized pretzels go here, are shot with PIM particles, and oh, it's a little one. They also have really, really big ones, but we're here to grab sweets. We've acquired this pretzel that has been grown to huge sizes with PIM particles. I'm thrilled about it. It came with beer cheese, which I'm extra thrilled about. And we are seated here outside of Pim Test Kitchen, but also outside of Pim Tasting Lab, which is the bar like accompaniment. And we're gonna grab some cocktails, I think, to go with our pretzel. Oh look, I have a mobile ordered. Wow.
That's what I do.
All right, starting with this huge pretzel. It's so soft on the inside. I like want to sleep on this, like a pillow. And I could.
I was gonna say, size-wise, you definitely could.
Oh my! I'm really excited.
I was gonna cheers her. She didn't even give me a chance. I love it. The beer cheese in particular.
The beer cheese tastes like the beer cheese from the melting pot. Like that's the level of quality of it. Like if y'all have been to the melting pot fondue restaurant, it tastes like the beer cheese that you get there as your cheese course. It's so good. And you're right about the texture of the pretzel. I'm not a huge pretzel fan. Like a pretzel has to be perfect and has to come with good cheese. This is it. This is it. This is maybe my favorite Disney pretzel I've ever had.
I think what it is too is it's like fresh. They bake it straight out of the oven and it comes straight to you.
It's also the right amount of salt. Like you don't want a pretzel has too much salt or not enough salt.
Maybe pretzels wish they could do this.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah. So I got from Pim Tasting Lab for my drink, I got the Honey Fusion 2.0 made with Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey Whiskey and Elysian Space Dust IPA with lemon juice and honey syrup and a mint spray, which is cute. I'm gonna try it. This is crazy. I don't have a lot of beer cocktails, but I love beer and I love cocktails. So what follows is that I should like a beer cocktail. I can taste the Space Dust IPA in this. It's like a mid-level hoppiness one. It's definitely bitter, which I actually don't typically like the IPA on its own, but I figured with the honey whiskey and the honey, it would sweeten it up and kind of cut the hops. I was exactly right. That's exactly what's happening. I'm so smart.
I was exactly right.
I know. I get beer.
Avi.
But it's like, it's got the bitterness from the hops from the IPA, and it's got the like sweetness from the honey, and then there's like a nice character from the whiskey too that I can only kind of taste. I don't drink whiskey, I don't like whiskey that much, but I do, honey whiskey is the one I'll kind of go for, and I can't even really taste whiskey in this. It's mostly kind of like a honey beer with a little mint.
I got the experiment with Patron Silver Tequila, mango and habanero syrups, and mango filled boba. It smells really good. That sounds weird, I know, but my first reaction, this is delicious. I love anything mango and overly sweet. I think this fits in that category. It's definitely a sweeter cocktail, especially if you like a sweet mango margarita. That's all this is, mango and tequila, and it's delicious. Honestly, I'll probably get another one of these. Sweet, simple, that's all it is.
I'm glad it's good because I wasn't listening. Shuri's over there. Black Panther.
I love how you keep going back for that pretzel. Like during her whole review, you were just tearing up that pretzel.
So good. We are headed to Mike and Sully to the Rescue. This is a Monsters Inc. ride. That's a little bit of a higher speed dark ride through the story of Monsters Inc. It is available with Genie Plus. We do have a lightning lane for it. And it does tend to get a little bit of a longer wait. Not one of the most popular rides in the park, but still pretty popular. Also, fun fact, this sign is written in Breedlove's Uncle Harley's handwriting because he helped to work on this ride. Blorts all around.
This is salt, sugar, and fat for me.
Yeah.
Sugar, salt.
I'm very uninterested in the sinew shoes.
Oh yeah, no.
But I am interested in the raccoon bar.
Oh,
Attention.
Same old raccoon bar.
I wonder if it's rocking.
It could be. It could be.
Happy birthday, Schmoozy Poo!
Oh, googly bear!
Baby dance like a chicken.
Oh, boo, we gotta get you home.
Smells like ginger.
Guns, this way.
I ain't working, guys. Yeah, nothing exciting ever happens.
Hurry up, Sully, hurry up! I've got both doors set up on the scare floor. We're almost there, kiddo.
Hello. Monsters Inc. It's so cute.
Very cute.
Roz did tell us that next time to let her know in advance if we're filming so she can fix her makeup.
Yes.
Which is understandable. But now I think we'll head on over to Pixar Pier. We've got to do the Pixar Pal around, right?
Of course.
Are you scared?
Always.
Yeah. I think we're all gonna be scared on this.
Yes, but I will sing to you if you get too scared.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right, we are headed now into just make a quick stop on our way over to Pixar Pier. We're headed into Disney Animation. This is a really cool space that has a lot of really interesting elements to it, and there's a couple of different attractions in here. There's Turtle Talk with Crush, where you can talk to Crush the Sea Turtle. There's the Animation Academy, where you can learn to draw characters. Character Close-Up, where you can meet Anna and Elsa. But we're just gonna check out Sorcerer's Workshop, because I really want Emma to see it, because she hasn't seen it yet. Oh my god, it totally feels like Once Upon a Time. This is the spin-off.
I'm just waiting for people to come out and be like, magic has a price.
That's backwards. All magic comes with a price.
Right, there it is.
Beyond this hall, a room of books.
Fun fact about Beast's Library is that if you hang in here long enough, it does actually change appearance. So this is just a really cool place to hang out. Look how well themed this is. It's beautiful. Oh, it's changing appearance right now. Emma wants chicken, and we're headed to. I start filming, and you're just like, want some chicken. We are headed to Pixar Pal Around. This is the Ferris wheel, the park's icon. It is pretty unique. It's one of only 2 Ferris wheels like this in the United States. There are swinging and non-swinging cars, and the swinging cars do sort of slide around on it. So it's known as a pretty scary ride. The cool thing is this is one that does not have Genie Plus, but it does work with Experience Redemption. So we're actually able to use our Experience Redemption from earlier to ride it without waiting. And Emma is scared, but she's gonna do it because she'll try anything once.
Gotta do it once.
You're so brave.
She is so brave.
And if you've got low ones, you're so lucky. So be sure to keep an eye on them. Well, thanks for palling around.
Now you do go around twice on the wheel, so keep that in mind. If you think you can only handle the swinging maybe one time around. If we load it into the Miguel, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm
giving you the warning now. We're about to move, okay? So just prepare. Don't fall.
Okay.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It's fine.
We're Mary Poppins.
It's not like the worst going this way. It's okay. We're about to start swinging. Are we about to, is this it?
In a sec.
Okay. Yeah, we're coming now. Yeah, here we go.
Oh my God. All right, friends, how was Pixar Pal Around?
I can say that I didn't.
Still trying to find my stomach. It's up there.
I thought it was fun. I will say, it doesn't, I'm not scared of heights, so high rides don't typically scare me.
Don't.
That genuinely scared me when it was going fast. That genuinely, it's a scary ride. It's fun. If you want a thrill, most thrilling Ferris wheel ever.
It'll
It's so
wake
fun.
you up too.
It will. We were snoozing, dozing, and I'm ready to go now.
My body's shaking. That's for sure.
Yeah, like coffee. All right, before we head to our next lightning lane, which is for Mission Breakout, remember we rope dropped that one, which means we get to ride it again. We are gonna stop by Adorable Snowman Frosted Treats. This is, of course, the snowman from Monsters, Inc. This is one of my bucket list Disneyland snacks. I've written about things that come to this spot on our site for many years, and all I've wanted to do is try the yellow snow, just like he serves Mike and Sully in the movie. So this spot has lots of frozen options. They've got soft serve, mostly non-dairy, which, yes. Also, check this menu if you're here often. It tends to rotate. To help complete a bucket list, I went for the It's Lemon, my yellow snow. Emma?
Mango chili lime.
It kind of looks like stew or chili, but not that kind of chili.
Not that kind of chili.
And what'd you get?
I got the Pixar parfait.
It's so cute.
So cute.
You'll be leaving us?
To enjoy the rest of the park.
Oh, that's fair.
But it's been a blast.
I've loved getting to hang out.
This has been the best. I'm so sad.
Literally the best day ever. You cannot have the best day ever in Disneyland without RJ.
No.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to come to Disney World. It's my
You
turn
are.
now.
You gotta
Tag
come.
on it.
Yep. Tag.
Now
right.
we're gonna count down the days.
Cheers.
Cheers.
But mine is not gonna fall over.
To the best day ever.
To the best day ever.
Very similar to the Dole Whip at Tropical Hideaway. Delicious.
How's yours?
It's very good. It's very tart, and the blue raspberry kind of mimics those, you know, like Now or Later.
Okay.
Blue raspberry, lemon, almost like a raspberry lemonade.
I get the vibes. Ooh. Ooh. So yours has the creamy mango like Tropical Hideaway had in Disneyland.
Yeah.
But with the chamoy and the fresh fruit.
Yes, no chamoy on this one.
Oh, no chamoy.
Yeah, no chamoy on this one. But it's still delicious. I still like the chili mixed with the mango flavor. I prefer the Tropical Hideaway, but very excited.
This is the most ridiculous ice cream cone I've ever seen in my life.
I love it.
It's only the size of your head.
It's lemon.
What?
Oh, it's really good. This is exactly how I imagined it tasting in the movie.
And it's so good.
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh my gosh.
I did not like lemon Dole Whip,
Not at all.
which I was expecting because it's also non-dairy frozen.
No.
It's really tart. It reminds me of a not as sour lemon head candy. And I love, like, this is so eye-catching. My cone doesn't feel like it's structurally going to support this for much longer, so I'm going to eat this. We bid adieu to RJ for now.
For now.
Until we see him in Disney World.
See you
guys
real
later.
soon.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe.
We are back at Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout. We said we were going to write it twice today so that we could get a couple different songs, and sure enough, we are. So we're headed back into the collectors to get our jam on and help Rocket escape, you know, all that jazz. Stand by my review from this morning.
Me too.
Fair enough. Listen, 2 types of people, definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely a must do. And I would do that every time I came here, despite the fact it makes me queasy. I feel about as queasy as I do after Mission Space Orange. And again, nobody else, are people just not saying that it makes them? No one's ever said this to me.
I will say I've not really heard it, but I think it makes a lot of sense. It jostles you a little bit more than Tower. It shakes you in place a little bit more, and there are screens.
Yeah, you sit in place looking at a screen and you move up and down while that's happening, and it's very, I don't know, for me, I struggled with it, but I still enjoyed it. We Want the Funk on that one,
that was
which was fun.
We had Burn and Love the first time. I don't think we said that.
No.
But it was, I love Burn and Love.
We have a Soarin' Lightning Lane. For Soarin'. All right, so Soarin' is an attraction that you can find in Epcot and Disney World and here in Disney California Adventure in Disneyland. It is an attraction where you sit in seats and fly high as if you're in a hang glider. It's a trip around the world. You go a lot of places like the Taj Mahal.
You can see some polar bears.
You see some polar bears. You see elephants, and you go to the islands. You go to France. I liked it better, and here's why. The smells were stronger. That was literally it. Yeah, the smells were just stronger. Also, in Disney World, you can hear the smell.
You can hear them when they're released.
Yeah, when the smell's released, it's like a little. But here, there was no sound, and then it was stronger, so it felt more immersive. I don't know.
It was nice.
It was nice.
Now, after waiting for most of the day, it is finally time for us to head into Cars Land. Cars Land is where you get to go into the movie Cars, and it takes you right into Radiator Springs on Route 66. We've been waiting for this one. One of the most popular rides in all of Disney California Adventure is back here. I know that I'm super excited for it, especially because it is Quincy's first time on these rides, and I just like seeing her reaction to everything. For our first ride in Cars Land, we are here at Radiator Springs Racers, which is one of the most popular rides in all of Disney California Adventure. We did purchase the individual lightning lane for this one. This is the only individual lightning lane here in this park. It was $15 today per person. On Radiator Springs Racers, you get to get in cars like Lightning McQueen and Sally and race through the desert on Route 66.
stinking rain.
Later. Coming, Sheriff. Howdy. Here for the big race, huh? It's gonna be fun. You need to look back. Looks like Radiator Springs has a new track. I don't know if they want to come from behind the wheel.
How cool. Well, what did you think?
Loved it.
It was so good. If you haven't been on this one, in our opinion, it is almost identical track-wise. Not nearly, but very similar to Test Track. Sorry. Test Track?
Yeah, it's very similar to Test Track. Like, you go inside for a long portion and you're doing like
Similar
you're kind of going
rooms.
slow and there's like stops and
Yeah.
turns and it's dramatic.
I honestly loved all of it. And we won.
We did win.
Our car won.
But that's because we are pro racers.
Yeah, so no surprise.
It is what it is. All right, we are headed straight from Radiator Springs Racers to our next ride. So we're going on Luigi's Joy to the World, which is the holiday overlay of Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters. There's also a Halloween overlay. In this, Luigi has basically invited his entire family, his big Italian family, they're all Fiats, to come and celebrate race day, just like Lightning McQueen. Ka-chow. And they are all having a line dance out back, or not a line dance, but it's basically a line dance. What's really cool, I think, about this ride, even though it's kind of simple, is that the different cars have different personalities and different dance moves based on their personalities. So I recommend looking at the little tire holders in here because a lot of them are like references to the Cars movies, and then also to like references from the Cars movie to other Pixar films, references to other Pixar films, like Lightyear radials. Interesting. The whole ride is just the scene from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway where you dance with Daisy, but you're in a Fiat.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Being serenaded by Luigi.
Yeah, I'd ride that every time I came here.
Agreed.
What better way to follow up a tour on Radiator Springs Racers than with another meal, dinner-ish sort of situation here at Cozy Cone Cafe. This is a collection of 5 different cones, each serving something in a cone. There's pop cone, frozen cone coctions, ice cream cones, chili cone queso, and churros. It's literally just called churros. As you can see, the theming here is really cool, and I always really thought this was clever in the Cars movie when they do pull into like Cozy Cone Motel. There's also like the lobby in the middle. We of course got the mac and cheese cone, which was on Emma's bucket list of Disneyland snacks.
Yes.
And
they also have seasonals of this. Right now it was pesto chicken, but we wanted the OG.
The OG. Another great place to eat when you're in Carsland is across the street at Flo's V8 Cafe, which we'll probably step into after we have this. It's pretty simple. It's bacon, mac and cheese, and a bread cone.
Simplicity is my favorite thing when it comes to food sometimes.
It's so cute, too.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's pretty basic theme park mac and cheese in my opinion, but it's nice and creamy. I like the bacon. The bacon's chewy. But I don't know. Overall, it's not the best I've ever had, but I like it. It's simple. It's
If
nice.
we're grading mac and cheese on a scale from 1 to 5, with 1 being like inedible,
Yeah.
this is like a 3.5.
Yeah. I was thinking of 4.
Yeah. It kind of tastes like Chick-fil-A mac and cheese if it didn't have the baked bits on top.
Yeah.
It's kind of Velveeta-y. It's like super creamy.
I
Super
prefer
warm.
my things this way. I know some people like baked mac and cheeses that aren't not dry, but you know, not as creamy. This is how I prefer it. So I really like this. $9.99 for a cone.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty big serving.
Yeah, I can't wait to bite that cone.
I can't wait.
It's a little chewy because it's clearly it was made a while ago.
Yeah.
But it's better than I was expecting. Pretty high quality.
Yeah, I actually really liked it. The texture, like she said, it was chewy, but I honestly think if we got these around lunchtime when they were fresh, it'd be really good.
Yeah. They're buttery. So Flo's V8 Cafe, you'll probably recognize from the movie. It is the cafe run by Flo. So if you've seen Cars, this one has really immaculate theming. You can see that it's styled like a drive-in diner, but of course Cars don't eat food, they eat gas, so there's gas. It's also a gas station. A lot of American classics like burgers, Cobb salad, chicken fenders for the kids. And you can see it's just got really great theming. The bathroom near here also has wrenches in the tiles, so keep an eye out for that when you're in there, which is super charming and obviously very fitting. Plus, this is one of the few restaurants that has some indoor seating, which is a little bit of a luxury. And there's actually a good amount. We are just about done with Cars Land, but we have one more attraction, Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, which is actually currently styled with a holiday overlay as well. Mater's Jingle Jamboree. This is literally the last night that holiday overlay stuff is happening. It'll be back to the regular. And they do typically have a holiday overlay as well. This one is going to be a little bit of a spinner attraction where you sit and are towed by Mater's tractors that then fling you, a little bit like alien swirling saucers. And by a little bit like, I mean exactly like. I've heard this one flings you a little bit harder, but I'm excited to try it out. I love Mater. Do you like Mater?
Tomater?
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
It's like tomater without the tuh. I have another pro tip, and it's to take breaks on your Disney vacation. We have not had time to do that because of the videos we're filming. We're both exhausted. Like, we're literally just staring at each other.
I don't think I've said anything before filming this for the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes at least, yeah. We're just exhausted. And like, we're still having a great time, of course, and we are gonna go till close today.
We're just having to pay for it.
We're just having to pay for it with the amount of coffee we've had to buy. It's like literally coffee every, what, like 4 hours?
I was gonna say 2 to 3.
Yeah, it's been a lot. We've had a lot of coffee, we've had a lot of soda because we're just tired. So take breaks. Like, there's nothing wrong with taking breaks. Sometimes it means that you're gonna enjoy your vacation more. Don't feel like you have to rope drop and stay till close. That might mean
it's for you if you want to.
It's an option if you want to do that, but going back to the hotel, there's nothing wrong with that. Getting a little rest, sometimes that means the time that you are in the park will be more valuable to you and you'll still get your money's worth. Now that said, we got one more thing to do tonight, and it's a big one. All right, our last thing of the night is gonna be World of Color. World of Color is Disney California Adventure's Nighttime Spectacular. It's primarily a fountain show, although there are some lasers, lots of projections, lighting effects, and really cool lights on Incredicoaster and Pixar Pal Around. The show tonight that we're seeing is actually the holiday overlay of World of Color, which has obviously Christmas carols, more holiday geared scenes, and it's still very, very beautiful. But it's not quite as grand as like Disney World Nighttime Spectaculars, just because they don't have the scope and they have to kind of contend with Anaheim permitting. Speaking of which, World of Color will not necessarily show every night, so make sure you're checking your My Disney Experience app, particularly on weekdays and in the slow season. Also, World of Color will soon be World of Color 1, which is the World of Color for the 100th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company. So that will be a new show that we will be sure to cover on AllEars.net, and you can go check that out there. Regardless, World of Color is certainly a must-do and the perfect end to the perfect day in Disney California Adventure. Overall, a really great day at Disney California Adventure.
Some might say the best day ever.
Some might say the best day ever. There were some things on our list that we didn't get to. There were some things that weren't on our list that we decided we wanted to do. That's the kind of thing that, like, you can have the best day ever pretty much any day as long as you have your priority list and know how to get those priorities done, and then also have some flexibility and some willingness to kind of go where the wind takes you.
Yeah.
We hung out on Avengers Campus a lot more than I was planning to.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we did because it was amazing.
We could have stayed in Avengers Campus all day. We both were were really impressed with it, which I think we knew we would enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't think we thought we would be that impressed with it,
Yeah.
but we really were. And so I think that was a nice kind of addition to the day that we weren't expecting, and it changed it, but in a positive way.
Yeah, I'm kind of a mid-level Marvel fan, and Adventures Campus is a small land. It's not very big, but it just feels alive. Like there's stuff happening all the time. There's characters walking around talking to you. There's so much to eat and do and see that it just feels really alive. So we just, I mean, literally could have stayed there all day. I could have hung out in Cars Land for so much longer. It was just an amazing day at Disney California Adventure.
It's been a while since I had been able to go to DCA, and a lot of people really kind of talk it down. It really was not one of the more popular parks, but I was really pleasantly surprised. So if you're kind of not sure if you want to spend a day there, I think you need to give it a chance. Look into what's there and be open-minded, because I think we had a really great day, and I expected to have a good one, but not necessarily a really great one. So pleasantly surprised.
Also, Emma hopped for a minute. I didn't hop at all, and I didn't get everything done on my list. Like it was like with good strategy and not hopping, it was like I just had a lot that I was like, yeah, I could do this. And that, I mean, that's just really satisfying to be able to fill my day in the theme park and still feel like I feel like super satisfied having a full day there. Like I would not want to split that day up. I want to experience DCA to the fullest.
If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe.
Now go watch our best day ever at Disneyland. See you there.